Hey everybody, Justin Queen here with Fish Ohio Outfitters. Today we're tying up some flies for smallmouth. Okay, we're gonna do another smallmouth fly with the caveat that you could easily upsize this and turn it into a pike fly just by using a bigger hook, adding a little bit more length of materials. Yeah, just keep that in mind. So today I'm tying it on the SA 270 blue water hook. This is a 4/0. You could easily upsize this to a 6/0 for pike, or even downsize it to a 2/0 for smaller fly presentations as well. I've got some Nightmare musky flies, hollow flash and fiber that I'm going to use for the tail, and then my absolute favorite brush, dubbing brush in the world ever. I have a Nightmare musky flies Bulkhead brush, and these things are just awesome. And I cannot wait for you guys to see how easy it is to create a completely synthetic and non-buoyant bulkhead fly. So, some 150 denier gel spun as usual. I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna dress most of the shank of the hook. And lay down a generous thread base here, don't be stingy. And I'm going to end with my thread hanging just in front of the point of the hook. Cut my tag end free. And we're going to reach in and grab just a little bit of my hollow flash and fiber. And I just kind of pinch the bag as I pull that out, and I grab it by the tips and I pull it out a little at a time. Now, this stuff can be a little ratty sometimes, so I just take a little comb and run it through. And it really doesn't take much of this at all. So I'm gonna find about where I want it, which is about there. And we're gonna tie it in, keeping it on top of the shank of the hook. I don't want this stuff fouling, and then folding it right back over itself, and then reefing down on that. And then we're going to give it a little haircut. So I kind of hold it all straight up, and I just use my scissors and I kind of slide cut up just to create a nice gentle taper. Just like so. So we're going to end up with a fly that's, anywhere from 4 to 6 inches long. Like I said, this could be pike or it could be smallmouth. So I've got the bare end of my bulkhead brush here. And I'm going to tie that in, and I'm going to walk forward just a little bit, and then I'm going to take that tag end of the brush and I'm going to walk it back, and then I'm going to take my thread and run it all the way to the front of the fly. Grab my wire cutters, flip that free, and this is the hard part, I guess, but it's not that bad. I'm going to take this and I just want to start to preen it back. And it can be a little cumbersome, so take your time, and as you're doing this, take a little comb or a brush. I actually really like a carding brush for a dog for this. It just makes it way easier to manage. And we're just going to start little by little walking this brush forward, and I'm leaving just a little space between each wrap. And don't be shy about taking the time to be aggressive in combing this. They're spun plenty tight. You're not going to lose any fibers. And literally just after every single turn, taking the time to break all those fibers loose and get them moving in the right direction. Don't forget to comb out underneath of the hook as well. As you can see, hopefully on the video here, there's a lot of flash built into this. so it's not going to lack for drawing attention to itself at all. And just always keeping that brush under some tension. We want it in connection with the wire base, to be connected to the shank of the hook. And just after each wrap, taking my time to preen those fibers back and give it one more comb out. And I'm here to tell you that this fly is so incredibly durable. 100% synthetic. We're tying it on a big, heavy blue water hook. It's got that nice pink core material that you can see, and that just helps to keep the whole fly inflated and keep a nice big profile, but way next to nothing. Doesn't trap any water. Pushing my vise around here. And we're gonna get one more, kind of half of a turn maybe. So I wasn't keeping track of how many turns that was, but I just know that I start in front of the point of the hook and I just wrap forward from there. So I want to create a space where I can take my thread through to not create too bulky of a head on this thing. And I'm going to take my time and make a couple of turns behind and then go while I'm maintaining tension and then making a couple of turns in front. And I'm happy with that right there. And I'm just going to reach in with my wire cutters and I'm going to clip that off free. Sweep all my fibers and materials back. And I'm just going to walk my thread back a little bit until I can get the core material, the pink stuff, just barely pointed backwards. And then I'm going to throw a whip finish in. And we'll just go ahead and do 2 to be safe. Clip my thread free. Hit it with a little bit of glue. And then one last time, really take my sweet time this time and dig into the core of that brush and make sure that I really break loose as many of those fibers as I possibly can. And if we did it right, when we're done, we can take this out of the vise. You've got a 5-inch, 6-inch, maybe even 7-inch long bulkhead fly that fishes like a dream. Completely synthetic, doesn't weigh hardly anything, and it's going to catch you a lot of fish. Tie them up for yourself. Go to www.nightmaremuskyflies.com. We'll put a link in the description for you, and pick up some bulkhead brushes. I think you'll like them.